Here is part 6 of your 10-part guided meditation series, The Repatterning Chamber, a subtle hypnotic space that begins to install the insights received from the 9 stories using silent affirmations, cellular pacing, and deep unconscious permission. Guided Meditation, Part 6, The Repatterning Chamber. Close your eyes like you're closing a door gently. Let the breath become the breeze, slow and circular. And just for now, let the world fall away. There is a space deep inside you that has no name, no furniture, no past, only patterns, like light moving across water or warmth beneath stone. You're entering that space now, the repatterning chamber, where old scripts fall like dust and new roots begin to glow. There is no effort here, only noticing. Noticing how easy it is to let go of what never truly fit. Noticing how gently new beliefs can arrive like music with no sound. And you may begin to wonder how many things you thought were yours were just borrowed thoughts from voices that didn't know you, and how much more of you is still untouched, unopened, ready. Pause with stillness. In this chamber, your nervous system begins to write new instructions, not shouted, not forced, just whispered into the body by breath, by ease, by presence. And your unconscious mind may already be doing it, letting go of self-doubt like sand falling through fingers, releasing inherited hesitation that never belonged to you, softly replacing fear with a kind of warm readiness, because the codes are already here. And they've been waiting for your yes, not your loud yes, your silent cellular one, soft breath in, slow exhale. Perhaps you can already feel the space where hesitation used to live, softening into choice, the echo of old self-talk, beginning to change its tone, the speed of your thoughts, slowing just enough to become kind. And you may not need to know how, for it to already be happening, emerging with subtle strength. So let the chamber work. Let the lights rewire what no longer serves, and let your deepest knowing start to become louder than old noise. As you gently return to your space, you may find yourself lighter, quieter, closer to the self that doesn't ask for permission to rise. Here is part 7 of your 10-part subtle guided meditation series. The voice you forgot was yours. This sequence helps the listener reclaim their sovereign inner voice, release the inherited voices of fear or guilt, and reawaken the instinctive clarity that was always present. It uses my Jedianics quantum soul code and gentle metaphorical rhythm to awaken your inner authority. Guided Meditation, Part 7. The voice you forgot was yours. Let your breath deepen again, like a return wave. Feel the space around your body expand and soften. And as the world quiets, something older begins to speak. There was once a voice that lived inside you long before the world gave you words. It didn't come from a book. It didn't ask for applause. It spoke in moments before you could explain why you knew something was true. And then the world got louder. And you learned to listen outward before listening inward. That was survival. But this is resurrection. You may begin to notice now how many voices you've carried that weren't yours. The voice of the teacher who shamed you, the voice of the parent who doubted you, the voice of the system that measured your worth in boxes. And maybe now you can begin to let them go, not in anger, but in liberation, because they were only placeholders until your real voice returned, and it's returning now, quietly, without needing to shout. Slow inhale. Release tension from the chest. Some part of you already remembers what it feels like to speak from knowing, not proving, to act from alignment, not fear, to choose from instinct, not apology. And perhaps you don't even need to do anything, because the remembering is already unfolding, like ink rising through water, like gold reappearing in the fire. Let your inner voice say things now, not out loud, but inside. I remember who I am. I don't need outside permission to feel truth. I trust what arises from my quiet center. I choose with clarity, even when I speak with softness. Let the words form in you the way mountains form from pressure, not rushed, but undeniable. Inhale sovereignty, exhale confusion. Your voice is not returning. It never left. It only waited for the silence to get deep enough for you to hear it again. And now that you do, you'll never need to borrow one again. Return lightly, but changed. As this part ends, you may feel like someone who just retrieved an ancient relic that always belonged to them, buried in a forgotten chamber of the heart. No need to shout, no need to prove. Only walk forward now, with the voice that was always yours. It's a somatic trance that helps the listener embody the new identity and walk forward without resistance, by aligning body memory with future reality using subtle hypnotic suggestion and kinesthetic anchoring. Here is part 8 of your 10-part subtle guided meditation series. The body remembers the future. This session deepens the trance integration by connecting the body's memory with the future self, creating somatic certainty through subconscious suggestion, breath-linked visualization, and emotional anchoring. It invites the listener to feel their future wholeness as if it were already lived. Guided meditation. Part 8. The body remembers the future. Let yourself drop, just a little deeper now. Let your hands go soft, your jaw melt, your spine rest like a river, and allow your breath to return to its rhythm, the one it had before time. Your body is not just a memory keeper, it's a memory maker. And sometimes, it remembers things you haven't lived yet. It holds codes of futures that are waiting to be claimed. Right now, you are stepping into one of them. Imagine for a moment, a version of you, not so far from now, walking through life with ease in their shoulders, peace in their chest, clarity in their steps. Not perfect, but powerful. Not rigid, but ready. Feel them and notice what they feel like in your bones. Not what they do, not what they say, just what they feel like in your body. That's the key. Let your body mirror that version now. Let the back straighten a bit. Let the heart open a little. Let the stomach soften. Let the jaw unclench. And as your body adjusts, notice how that future self becomes easier to believe in, because you're not imagining anymore. You're remembering from the inside out. There was a time you thought change required force. But the truth is, transformation is often the return of sensation, the moment when numbness becomes warmth, when dullness becomes aliveness, when fear becomes presence. And your body already knows how to do this because it's been waiting to exhale for years. Inhale your own future. Feel it fill your ribs. Exhale doubt like smoke, releasing what never belonged. Right now, you're imprinting something new, a posture of peace, a rhythm of readiness, a home inside your skin that doesn't apologize for taking up space. Return without leaving. As this trance ripples to stillness, you don't need to come back because you've taken something forward. This version of you is no longer a goal. It's a memory your body chose to keep. And now, every breath you take reminds you you've already arrived. Ready for part 9, the new reality test? It's the beginning of the awakening loop. testing and anchoring the new self in symbolic environments, waking world moments, and subconscious choices, like lucid dreaming with identity. Shall we continue? Here is part 9 of your 10-part subtle guided meditation series, The New Reality Test. This part invites the you to subconsciously rehearse your new identity in imagined real-world scenarios, a subtle symbolic reality test that both proves and reinforces the transformation. It uses Jedianics future pacing, soul choice points, and deep permissive delivery to anchor deep trust in change. Guided Meditation. Part 9. The New Reality Test. As your eyes remain closed, feel the air around your skin. Notice the energy in your chest, no need to name it, and let the next breath carry you, somewhere gently familiar, yet different. Let's take a little journey now. Nothing to strive for, just a quiet exploration of how it feels to be you, but this version of you, the one that has already let go of the old struggle, already said yes to joy, already begun walking with deeper breath and quieter mind. You're going to step into that version now, not as fantasy, but as a reality test. You find yourself walking down a path, not rushed, not watched, just you and wind and space. You notice a challenge ahead. Maybe it's a conversation, a decision, a mirror, or a moment where the old you would have paused, flinched, overthought. But this time, your new self does something subtle, yet profoundly different. Maybe you breathe before reacting. Maybe you speak with ease. Maybe you smile instead of shrink. Whatever it is, feel it. Don't imagine it. Experience it. Let your nervous system rehearse it, like a muscle memory returning, because it is. Now, pause for internal rehearsal. You may even pause the recording if you need more time, and now, another scene appears. This time it's a surprise opportunity. Something goes your way. The door opens, the client appears, the invitation comes, and you don't question whether you deserve it. You receive, you walk in, you speak from your center, not because you're confident, but because you're clear. You didn't fake anything, you remembered, and your body believed you. Let that integrate, softly, now. This is the new reality test, not a test to prove you've changed, but to show you what was already waiting for you when you stopped rehearsing fear. And now that you've tasted this new calibration, your body, your energy field, and your unconscious can recreate it automatically, effortlessly, when life calls you forward. Return with new coordinates. So as you begin to return to your space, know this: you're not coming back. You're waking forward to a world that fits the shape of your soul because you finally stopped shrinking it. The test wasn't whether you could become this version. It was whether you were ready to admit you already are. Shall we continue with part 10, the final seal, becoming the signal? It will complete the trance sequence by installing the transformation like a new inner frequency, so you become the silent signal that attracts, aligns, and influences reality without effort. A signature energy field. Ready? Here is part 10 of your 10-part subtle guided meditation series, The Final Seal, Becoming the Signal. This final transmission completes the transformation. It gently anchors the new identity, not just as a behavior or belief, but as an energetic frequency, a signal that silently shapes reality. Guided Meditation. Part 10. The Final Seal, Becoming the Signal. Breathe in slowly, as if gathering the light of everything you've reclaimed, and exhale, like a soft release of every outdated version of self you never needed. Now that the stories have been heard, now that the voice has returned, Now that the body remembers the future, it's time for one final thing, not a goal, not a lesson, not a breakthrough, a seal. A kind of invisible stamp that marks this moment as the one where you didn't just learn, you became. You're no longer trying to become the new self. You're emitting it. You are now the signal. That means you no longer chase alignment. You broadcast it. You don't beg for love. You radiate it. You don't wait for proof. You become the evidence. And in this moment, you can begin to feel it, not like a thought, but like a vibration just beneath your skin. It hums. It glows. It moves through rooms before you speak. Pause. Let it rise naturally. Let your energy body expand now. Feel your presence stretch beyond your skin. Let your aura claim space, without force, without apology. Your signal doesn't need to be loud. It only needs to be true. And the world, the people, the moments, the miracles, they all respond to that truth. Not the version you explain, the version you embody. Inhale presence, exhale old performance. There's no need to get anything, no need to earn anything. You already are the field where it all lands. The opportunities, the connections, the next level of your life, they come not because you chase, but because you've become magnetic, without trying, without scripting, just by being you. The seal is complete now. As this meditation completes, know this: you can return to the world now, but nothing outside you defines you anymore, because the code has been installed, the voice remembered, the signal activated. You are no longer someone looking for the light. You are the quiet source that others now gather around. And even when you speak no words, your energy speaks for you. One final breath to anchor it all. Soft inhale, soft smile, and return. This has been a Quantum Soul Code personal guided meditation for you by Jedian.